One subtlety we didn't mention in our previous lesson is there can be a difference between a project's beta and a company's beta. This happens when a project is financed with a different amount of leverage than the typical amount of leverage used by the company. Imagine GE wants to build a new appliances production plant that will cost approximately $600 million. It intends to finance the plant with 70% debt and 30% equity. The typical debt we see on the company's balance sheet is around 40%. Its business is highly diversified and isn't representative of the beta of a single industry. Therefore, constructing the plant will have a different risk profile than the rest of the company's business. The greater the debt taken up in a project, the riskier it is, and the higher its beta will be. It isn't theoretically correct to use the company's beta to assess the project under these circumstances. How do we account for that? Well, we must carry out a few manipulations. We must adjust the company's beta for the risk profile of the industry in which the project will be carried out, and for the amount of leverage of the project. A company called X operates exclusively in the appliances production business, has a beta of 0.6, 65% debt on its balance sheet, and a marginal tax rate of 30%. Okay? So, how do we do it? First, we must delever Company X's beta. This calculation will calculate a beta independent of the firm's capital structure. To do that, we must multiply Company X's levered beta by the following fraction. In our case, this will cause a beta of 0.26. This is Company X's unlevered beta independent of the firm's capital structure. So, that's the beta we will expect companies from this industry will have when we don't consider their capital structure. Okay, however, we want to estimate the beta of a specific project, remember? Therefore, I will multiply Company X's beta by the same denominator we used earlier. Okay? And this time, the numbers we'll use inside, the company will use 70% debt. And let's assume its marginal tax is 40%. Right. The project-specific beta we obtained is equal to 0.63 approximately. This differs from the company's beta. The reason is that we considered the specific industry to which the project will be related and the concrete debt structure applied by the company. That's a useful technique that will help you when you work on sophisticated capital budgeting cases going forward.